If there's one silent issue stealing sleep from millions of men over 60, it's nighttime urination, what doctors call nocturia. Each time you wake up to use the bathroom, whether once or several times, your deep sleep is broken. This doesn't just make you tired. It increases your risk of falls, weakens your immune system, and drains your energy for the entire next day. Most men assume it's simply because they drank too much water before bed. So they cut fluids, limit coffee, and still wake up again at 2 or 3 in the morning. The truth is, for men over 60, it's rarely about that last glass of water. It's about what's happening inside, shifts in hormones, changes in bladder control, even early heart or prostate signals. Nocturia isn't just an inconvenience. It's your body's early alarm system quietly warning that something deeper needs attention. In today's video, we'll uncover the 5 key reasons men wake up at night and the proven steps to fix it naturally. You can reclaim peaceful, unbroken sleep again. Before we begin, comment below with your age and how many times you wake up each night. I read every comment personally. Let's get started. Understanding nocturia. What your body is trying to tell you. Let me start by explaining exactly what we are dealing with here. Nocturia is the medical term for waking up 2 or more times during the night because you need to urinate. Notice I said, because you need to urinate. That distinction is important. If you wake up for other reasons and then decide to use the bathroom while you are up, that is not true nocturia. But if your bladder is literally forcing you out of bed, that is when we need to pay attention. According to the American Urological Association, about 50% of men in their 60s deal with this regularly. By age 70, that number jumps to nearly 80%. So why does this happen more as we age? Your bladder capacity naturally decreases over time. The muscles that control urination become weaker. Hormone levels change. And your prostate gland, which sits right below your bladder, often grows larger and puts pressure on your urinary system. Now here is what really concerns me about nocturia. Research from the National Sleep Foundation shows that it takes your body between 20 and 30 minutes to return to deep sleep after waking up. That means if you are getting up 3 times a night, you are losing at least an hour of deep restorative sleep. Over weeks and months, this sleep deprivation compounds. It affects your memory, your mood, your energy levels, and even your immune system. Let me tell you about Robert, a 64-year-old man from Texas who came to see me 2 years ago. Robert was waking up 4 times every single night. He thought it was just normal aging, so he never mentioned it to anyone. He just accepted feeling exhausted every day. His wife noticed he was more irritable. He stopped going to his weekly golf games because he felt too tired. When we finally ran some tests, we discovered Robert had an enlarged prostate that was compressing his urethra. Within 3 months of starting treatment and making some simple lifestyle changes, Robert was down to waking up just once a night. He told me he felt like he had gotten his life back. So when should you be concerned? If you are waking up more than twice a night consistently, that deserves attention. If you notice pain or burning when you urinate blood in your urine, or if you are also experiencing swelling in your legs or shortness of breath, those are red flags that need immediate medical evaluation. Your body is trying to communicate with you through these symptoms. The question is, are you listening? Number 5. Your prostate is growing and it is not cancer. Let me address the elephant in the room that causes so much anxiety for men over 60. Your prostate gland is probably getting bigger right now, and I need you to take a deep breath because this is almost always benign. According to Johns Hopkins Medicine, about 50% of men at age 60 have benign prostatic hyperplasia, which we call BPH. By age 85, that number climbs to 90%. This is not cancer. Let me say that again clearly. BPH is not cancer. It is simply an enlargement of the prostate gland that happens naturally as you age and can be managed effectively with proper care and lifestyle adjustments. Think of your prostate like a small walnut that sits right below your bladder, wrapped around the tube called the urethra that carries urine out of your body. When you are younger, it stays small and causes no problems whatsoever. But as you get older, hormonal changes trigger it to grow larger and put pressure on that tube. When it gets larger, it squeezes the urethra like someone pinching a garden hose. The result is that your bladder has to work much harder to push urine through that narrowed passage. Harvard researchers studied over 2,500 men and found a direct correlation between prostate size and nighttime urination frequency. Men with moderately enlarged prostates woke up an average of 3 times per night compared to once for men with normal-sized prostates. One patient named Kumar, a 62-year-old originally from Mumbai, was waking up 5 times every night and felt exhausted constantly. After identifying his enlarged prostate and starting treatment with dietary changes and natural supplements, he went from 5 trips down to just 1 within 3 months. What can you do starting today to manage an enlarged prostate naturally? First, load up on tomatoes, especially cooked tomatoes like tomato sauce or paste, because they are rich in lycopene, which reduces prostate inflammation. The heating process increases lycopene content by up to 4 times. Second, make pumpkin seeds your daily snack with about a quarter cup, providing the zinc your prostate needs. Third, switch your afternoon coffee to green tea for its anti-inflammatory properties, but stop all caffeine by 2 p.m. Fourth, avoid alcohol in the evening as it irritates the prostate and dramatically increases urine production overnight. There is also a simple exercise many men overlook that works remarkably well. Kegel exercises strengthen pelvic floor muscles. To do them correctly, tighten the muscles you would use to stop urinating midstream. Hold that contraction for 5 seconds, then release for 5 seconds. Do this 10 times in the morning, 10 times at midday, and 10 times in the early evening. Most men notice improvement within 4 to 6 weeks of consistent practice. When should you see a doctor? If you cannot urinate at all, that is an emergency. If you see blood in urine or have fever with symptoms, get checked immediately. Number 4. Your blood sugar levels are silently sabotaging your sleep. What if the reason you're waking up multiple times at night has nothing to do with your bladder and everything to do with what you ate for dinner? Your blood sugar might be the hidden culprit behind those frustrating bathroom trips. When blood glucose levels run too high, your kidneys go into overdrive trying to filter out excess sugar. The only way your body can eliminate it is through urine. So your kidneys produce far more urine than normal, filling your bladder repeatedly throughout the night. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, about 25% of adults over 65 have diabetes, and nearly half do not even know they have it. A study in Diabetes Care Journal found that men with diabetes are 3 times more likely to experience nocturia compared to men with normal blood sugar levels. Warning signs of high blood sugar often develop so gradually that many men dismiss them as normal aging. Watch for excessive thirst even when drinking plenty of water. Notice if you feel unusually tired after meals or experience blurred vision that comes and goes. Pay attention to cuts or bruises that heal slowly or frequent infections that seem to linger. And of course, waking up multiple times to urinate is a major red flag. Prediabetes affects millions more people, occurring when fasting blood glucose sits between 100 and 125 milligrams per deciliter. At this stage, your cells become resistant to insulin, causing sugar to accumulate in your bloodstream and forcing your kidneys to work overtime. Let me share what happened with James, a 67-year-old retired teacher from California. James was waking up 6 times every night and felt exhausted constantly. When we tested his blood sugar, his fasting glucose was 142 and his A1C was 7.8%. After making dietary changes and walking after meals, his numbers dropped significantly within 8 weeks. He went from 6 nighttime trips down to just 2 and told me he felt like he had gotten his life back. What should you do about blood sugar starting today? First, know your numbers by scheduling a fasting glucose test and A1C test if you have not had one in the past year. Aim for fasting glucose below 100 milligrams per deciliter and A1C below 5.7%. Second, make strategic food choices that stabilize blood sugar naturally. Add cinnamon to your morning coffee because studies show it improves insulin sensitivity. Sprinkle chia seeds on yogurt as they slow sugar absorption dramatically. Load half your plate with non-starchy vegetables like spinach, broccoli, and colorful peppers at every meal. These foods keep blood sugar stable without spiking glucose levels. Third, adopt the 3-hour rule by not eating any carbohydrates within 3 hours of bedtime. That late evening snack sends blood sugar soaring when your body should be winding down. Fourth, move after you eat by taking a 15-minute walk after breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Research shows this can lower post-meal blood sugar by up to 30%. Your muscles use glucose for energy when they contract, naturally lowering blood sugar without medication. If walking is difficult, even standing and doing light household chores for 15 minutes helps. Check your blood sugar every 3 to 6 months if you are over 60. Your nighttime bathroom trips might be your body warning you about blood sugar problems you can still control. Number 3. Your heart might be sending you a warning signal. Here is something that might surprise you and perhaps even concern you. Your heart could be struggling right now and using your bladder to send you a distress signal. According to the American Heart Association, approximately 40% of men over 65 have undiagnosed heart problems they do not even know about. A groundbreaking study published in the European Heart Journal found something remarkable. Men who wake up more than 3 times per night to urinate have a significantly higher risk of early-stage heart failure. This is not a coincidence. When your heart becomes weaker and cannot pump blood efficiently throughout your body, fluid starts accumulating in your legs and feet during the day. At night, when you lie down flat, gravity stops pulling that fluid downward. Your body redistributes that accumulated fluid back into your bloodstream. Your kidneys then filter this extra fluid and turn it into urine, filling your bladder repeatedly. The mechanism behind this fluid redistribution is both fascinating and concerning. During the day, when you are standing or sitting upright, a weakened heart struggles to pump blood back up from your lower extremities against gravity. Fluid leaks out of your blood vessels and settles in your tissues, causing swelling called edema. You might notice your ankles look puffy by evening, or your shoes feel tighter than they did in the morning. When you finally lie flat in bed at night, that pooled fluid can flow back toward your heart much more easily. Your heart and kidneys suddenly have to process this extra volume of fluid. Your kidneys work overtime to eliminate it, producing significantly more urine than normal. What can you do to protect your heart and reduce nighttime urination? First, check yourself for edema by pressing your finger firmly into your ankle for 5 seconds. If an indent remains, you are retaining fluid and should see your doctor this week. Second, manage your water and sodium intake carefully. Drink 70% of your daily water before 6 p.m. so your body has time to process it. Limit sodium to under 1500 milligrams per day because salt makes your body hold on to excess water. Read food labels carefully because processed foods hide shocking amounts of sodium that strain your heart and cause fluid retention. Third, elevate your legs every afternoon for 20 to 30 minutes with your feet about 6 inches higher than your heart. This helps your body eliminate excess fluid during the day instead of at night. Eat natural diuretic foods like watermelon, cucumber, and celery. If you take diuretic medications, talk to your doctor about taking them in the morning rather than evening. Your heart might be sending you an important warning through those nighttime bathroom trips. Number 2. Your sleep hormones are out of balance. Have you ever wondered why you could sleep through the entire night when you were younger, but now your bladder seems to have its own alarm clock? The answer lies in hormones that are quietly changing inside your body as you age. Your body produces several key hormones that control nighttime urine production, and unfortunately, these hormones decline significantly after age 60. The 3 most important ones are ADH, or antidiuretic hormone, melatonin, and testosterone. When these hormones fall out of balance, your kidneys produce more urine at night than your bladder can comfortably hold. This creates a vicious cycle where poor sleep further disrupts hormone production, which then causes even more nighttime urination. Let me explain how ADH works, because this is the hormone most directly responsible for nighttime bathroom trips. ADH tells your kidneys to hold on to water and produce less urine while you sleep. According to the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology, ADH levels drop by approximately 40% in men aged 60 to 75 compared to men aged 30 to 40. That is a massive decrease. With less ADH circulating in your bloodstream at night, your kidneys simply do not get the signal to slow down urine production. They keep filtering and producing urine as if you were awake and active. This is why you might wake up with a full bladder even though you stopped drinking water hours before bed. Melatonin plays a surprising role too. Research from the University of Tokyo found that melatonin does more than just make you sleepy. It actually helps regulate bladder function and reduces bladder contractions during sleep. Low melatonin means your bladder becomes more sensitive and contracts more frequently. Testosterone also matters because it helps maintain bladder muscle tone and capacity. As testosterone naturally declines with age, your bladder cannot hold as much urine as it used to. What can you do to rebalance these hormones naturally and reduce nighttime urination? First, optimize your natural melatonin production by turning off all blue light from phones, tablets, and televisions at least 2 hours before bedtime. Blue light suppresses melatonin more than any other wavelength. Make your bedroom completely dark using blackout curtains or an eye mask. Second, eat foods that naturally support testosterone production like eggs, wild-caught salmon, and walnuts. These provide healthy fats and nutrients your body needs to produce hormones. Third, get your vitamin D levels checked and supplement with 2,000 to 4,000 IU daily if needed. Vitamin D directly influences hormone production. Spend 20 minutes in morning sunlight without sunscreen if possible. Fourth, take 400 milligrams of magnesium glycinate before bed. Magnesium relaxes bladder muscles and improves sleep quality significantly. Create a consistent sleep routine by going to bed at exactly the same time every night, even on weekends. Your body craves predictability for optimal hormone production. Keep your bedroom cool between 65 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Avoid alcohol within 3 hours of bedtime as it suppresses ADH production. Consider a sleep study if you snore loudly because sleep apnea dramatically worsens nocturia. These simple changes help restore hormonal balance naturally over time. Number 1. Your kidneys are working overtime, and here is why. We have finally arrived at the number 1 cause of nighttime urination that almost nobody talks about but affects millions of men over 60. Your kidneys are working overtime and they are exhausted. According to the National Kidney Foundation, approximately 33% of people over 65 have chronic kidney disease at some level, and most of them have absolutely no idea. Your kidneys are 2 fist-sized organs that filter about 50 gallons of blood every single day, removing waste and excess fluid to create urine. When you are younger, your kidneys work efficiently around the clock with a natural rhythm that produces less urine at night so you can sleep peacefully. But here is what happens as you age. Starting around age 40, your kidney function declines by about 1% every single year. By age 70, you have lost roughly 30% of your kidney filtering capacity. Researchers at Kyoto University discovered something fascinating. As kidneys age, they lose their natural circadian rhythm and start producing more urine during nighttime hours instead of less. This reversed pattern is a primary reason why older men wake up multiple times to urinate even when they have not drunk excessive fluids. The changes happening in your kidneys go beyond simple aging and affect your entire body. Your kidney nephrons, which are the tiny filtering units inside each kidney, become less efficient at removing waste. The blood vessels supplying your kidneys narrow and harden, reducing blood flow. Your kidneys become less responsive to hormones like ADH that normally signal them to conserve water at night. Certain medications make this worse, especially NSAIDs like ibuprofen and naproxen that many men take daily for joint pain. These over-the-counter drugs can damage delicate kidney tissue over time. Blood pressure medications, while necessary for cardiovascular health, also affect how your kidneys handle fluid balance. Warning signs include foamy urine indicating protein leakage, swelling in hands or feet, persistent fatigue, or a metallic taste in your mouth. How can you protect your kidneys and reduce the burden causing nighttime urination? First, calculate how much water you actually need by taking your body weight in pounds and dividing by 2. That number in ounces is your daily water target. If you weigh 180 pounds, you need 90 ounces of water daily. Drink 70% of that amount before 5 p.m. so your kidneys process it during waking hours. Second, eat kidney-friendly foods regularly. Blueberries are packed with antioxidants that protect kidney tissue from damage. Red cabbage is low in potassium and helps reduce kidney inflammation naturally. Red bell peppers provide essential vitamins without stressing your kidneys. Limit your sodium intake to under 1500 milligrams daily because excess salt forces kidneys to work much harder. Also, moderate protein intake, especially red meat, because too much protein creates waste products that kidneys must filter continuously. Get your kidney function tested regularly with a GFR test, which measures how well your kidneys filter blood. A normal GFR is above 90. Between 60 and 89 indicates mild kidney disease. Below 60 means you need close monitoring and immediate lifestyle changes. Check creatinine levels too, which should be between 0.7 and 1.3 milligrams per deciliter for men. If you are over 60, get these tests every 6 to 12 months, even if you feel perfectly fine. Early detection gives you power to slow or reverse damage. Frequent nighttime urination isn't a life sentence. It's your body asking for balance, not punishment. Starting tonight, track how many times you wake up, drink most of your water before 6 p.m., and give your body the rest it deserves. Small, consistent steps create big change. Within weeks, your nights can become peaceful again, your energy stronger, and your mornings brighter. Now, it's your turn. Comment below and tell me your age, how many times you woke up last night, and which of these 5 steps you'll start today. Your story might help another man reclaim his sleep. If this video gave you clarity, hit the like button and share it with a friend who needs this message. Subscribe for next week's episode on 5 foods secretly harming your prostate after 60. Sleep well, stay strong, and remember, healing starts with one simple action tonight.